Okay, so Virasana is just this kneeling position. So you can take it however you want to. You can take it so that you're sitting onto your heels. You could grab a block and place that under if that feels more comfortable. And if it doesn't feel comfortable, then just swing your legs around. You can sit either in Sukhasana or just with your legs long. So I'll leave it up to you. If it doesn't feel right, then obviously don't take it. And if at any point when we're sitting in Virasana, if you feel that you want to move, then move out of it as well. Okay, so when you're ready, we'll lay our hands just down onto your thighs. So try and relax your shoulders as much as you can, maybe lengthen through the crown of your head a little. And either just lower your gaze or maybe close your eyes down. And just taking a few moments just to come away from your morning. Just begin to draw your attention inwards. Just paying a little bit of attention to your breath. So just as it moves in and out through your nose, just be aware of it. And in the awareness, the breath should deepen a little bit. As it starts to smooth out, just notice your body, just how it feels. And particularly in this position, just how your feet and your ankles, your knees, allow the hips just to sink down towards your heels. And draw the shoulders down your back. Allow the body just to become heavy and to relax. And as you settle into that, just take a moment just to notice how you feel. Just allowing your thoughts just to come and go. So today's practice is a practice in simplicity. So I was kind of looking for something really exciting or different for March, and it suddenly occurred to me that why not just go back to basics, just to simply breathe, simply move, just to simply be. So as you sit here, just simply breathe. And as you do that, just maybe fall into a little bit of a ujjayi breath. So just creating that constriction at the back of your throat. And just when you're ready on an inhale, we'll start to lift the hands up. So just lift them up just so that they come slightly in front of you. And then on the exhale, just release the hands all the way back down. You can keep your eyes closed if you like here. Again, on an inhale, lift the arms up. And on the exhale, release them back down. So start to follow the breath. So start to move with the breath. So not to any tune that I'm setting, but just to where your breath is at with this. So again, on an inhale, just lift the arms up. And on your exhale, release it back down. We'll do that one more time. So inhale, lift the arms up. So this time we'll keep the hands up here. And we're going to flex your right hand. So just pull the fingers back towards you. And then using your left hand, just gently draw the fingertips back. So you're just kind of stretching through the wrist there. And so you're in charge of the pressure. You can apply a little bit more. You can apply a little bit less. And then slowly release that. We'll just change sides. So just pull up the fingers on your left hand now, and then just use your right hand just to gently press back. So try and keep your left arm straight. You might bend a little bit, but try and keep it straight as much as you can. And just apply a little bit of pressure there. Okay, slowly release that. This time if you create fists with your hands, so just create fists and we'll just circle the wrist round just in one direction. And then the other way. And then you can just release your arms down by your sides. You might want to roll your shoulders a little bit. From here, we'll just move side to side. So on an inhale, just take the right hand towards the floor. You don't have to touch and reach over with the left hand. And then change sides, so just take it the other way. So just a nice side stretch. So do that again. So inhale, lift up and over. Maybe stay there on the exhale, just getting a little bit more of a stretch. And then as you inhale, just changing sides. Okay, just do that once more to either side. So just a nice stretch through the side body. Just breathing into the side body. One last time. Again, just take your own time, moving through at your own pace. Okay, slowly release the arms all the way back down. So this time we're going to swing the legs in front of us. So just slowly sit onto your bottom and swing your legs in front. Maybe give the legs just a little shake off. And then from here, you can have your hands behind you if you like, but we're just going to flex your feet and point your toes. So just pull the toes up towards you and then just press the toes away from you. So just stretching out through your feet first of all. Sit up nice and tall as you do that. And then when you're ready, if you come back to the centre, we'll just circle the ankles round. So just move maybe over to the right with both feet and then over to the left with both feet. So just circling round, just nice and gently. And then change direction, so just go the other way. Okay, from here, with your feet out in front of you, we're going to take your hands behind you. So first of all, you have the fingertips facing away from you, and then just draw your chest forward. So just stretching through the front of your body. And slowly release that. Now this time, take your hands so that the fingertips are facing towards your bottom. So simple doesn't just mean easy. Okay, so I warn you now, it's not going to be that hard, but it's not super easy either. So, but you can choose where you're going to go. So we're going to do kind of an upward facing plank. So you can have your fingertips facing towards you. You could just stay here. You could start to bend your knees and you could lift your hips up with your legs bent. So you're just pushing your hips up. If you want to, and if you can, have your legs straight and then push through your legs, straighten both legs, lift the hips and try and relax through the head and the neck, but just whatever feels right to you. Okay, one more deep inhale and then slowly release the bottom all the way back down again and release the hands. So from there, if you separate your legs, so maybe about hip distance apart. And again, you could have your hands behind you, but if you can lift up, just using your core there, and we're just going to circle through your feet. But what we're going to do is you're going to kind of do them independently. So you're going to point your toes away from each other, and then you circle them out to the sides. And then we pull them up towards each other, and they come back in. So the toes point away, and your legs will move a little bit, doesn't matter, but push away, out to the sides, bring them up and round. And then we're just going to change directions. So we'll go the other way, so maybe out to the sides, push down, lift up and out. So just a little bit of mobility through the legs and through the feet. Well done. Okay, come back in, maybe give your legs a little shake. So from here, we're going to move to all fours. So just take your time coming round. Grab blocks if you need to as you're coming into it. Spread your hands under your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. On an inhale here, we'll drop the belly and pull the heart forward. So just coming in for a few cat-cows. And on the exhale, just rounding in. So again, just moving through this cat-cow, using your breath. So tune back into your breath. And moving mindfully through it. So being aware of every little bit of it. On your next inhale, you just make your way back towards the center. So just coming in. This time we'll walk the hands forward and we'll start to lower the chest down. So just coming in for Anahata. So our puppy dog pose. So press down, just nice and gently. Allow the body just to become accustomed to it. So as it does, you might be able to sink a little bit deeper. Take one more deep inhale here. And then when you're ready, start to press yourself back up. As you do that, walk your hands back in so they're coming directly under your shoulders here. And then tuck your hips under and we'll lift the hips up, downward facing dog. So just coming in for our first down dog of practice. Again, you might want to pedal out your feet a little bit. Give the head a little shake. Lift through your belly here. So draw the belly up and in. You take one more deep inhale. This time lift your heels up and just lower your knees all the way back down. So coming back into the all fours. So we're going to do this little puppy dog flow. So when you're ready, on the exhale, we'll walk the hands forwards and then pressing the chest down, just nice and gently. On an inhale, start to move back up. So walk your hands underneath your shoulders. You drop your belly if you want there as well. And then on the exhale, start to tuck your toes and lift the hips up. Downward facing dog. On the inhale here, lift your heels and lower the knees all the way back down. So coming back in. Do that again. So on the exhale, walk the hands forward. Start to lower your chest down. On the inhale, move back up. So hands under the shoulders, maybe drop the belly. On the exhale, tuck the toes and lift your hips up. Start to press the heels back. On the inhale, lift the heels and lower the knees down. Okay, we'll do that one more time. So again, walking the hands forward. Just gently press down. On the inhale, move back up. Again, maybe arch your back a little bit. And then on the exhale, tuck the toes and lift the hips, downward facing dog. So downward facing dog, although quite a simple posture and probably the one most commonly taught in all yoga practices, is really intrinsic in its simplicity. So it's, it's a forward fold, it's an inversion, it's kind of lots of things. It's stretching the entire front, the entire back of your body. And yet it's kind of viewed as a simple posture. And it's not. Okay, from here you have a choice. You can either lower down and come to child's pose. We're going to move between either child's pose and all fours or downward dog. And on the inhale, we're going to move forwards to plank. So whatever suits you. Again, on the exhale, push back, lift your hips. Downward facing dog. And on the inhale, start to float forward to that plank. So if that is too much, you're going to be on your knees and you just press back to child and then back to that all fours. So again, still working with it suits you, with it feels best for you. Do one more, wherever you are. And then we'll hold back in downward facing dog. Okay, from here, lift your heels, look forward. We're either going to step or walk up, so you can just take your time, just walking up towards the top of your mat. Release your hands when you get there. Bend your knees. On an inhale, lengthen forwards. And on the exhale, just folding back in. As you inhale, reach up. And on the exhale, draw the palms together in front of your heart. Okay, from here, just release your hands. So we'll stay in this posture, this Tadasana posture. So you can bring your big toes together if you like. You can keep your feet a little bit apart, spread your toes out. Lengthen through the legs, try and relax the shoulders down your back. So again, a really simple posture, which, however, uses every single muscle in our body. So we're not just standing. And if you close the eyes down, it also, you can feel all the muscles reacting and moving. So although it's simple, it's not, it's quite a complex move. Okay, take one more breath here. When you're ready, on an inhale, start to reach the arms back up. So look at your thumbs. As you exhale, just folding forwards towards your legs. As you inhale, lengthen, so come halfway up. And on the exhale, step back to plank. You can lower your knees here. We're going to lower all the way to the ground, so just bend your elbows, lower all the way down. Point the toes behind you, bring your hands under your shoulders, and as you inhale, pull the chest forwards to cobra. On the exhale, release back down. As you inhale, push yourself back up. We'll start to make our way back to downward facing dog. So just take your time as you come into it. And again, make adjustments to any part of this that you need to. But try and activate the muscles in this down dog. So spread your fingers, roll your shoulders back, draw the belly in. Okay, take one more deep inhale. This time we're going to look towards the front. You're going to step your right foot up towards the top. So, make your way up with that right foot. Take your time. Maybe lengthen back through your back leg and use blocks here, or come up onto your fingertips if you feel that it will allow you to have a little bit more space here. But draw the belly up and in, so try not to collapse onto that front leg. Pull the chest forwards a little bit and draw the shoulders down your back. Take one more deep inhale. And from here, we're just going to step up towards the top. So you could bend your back leg, just step towards the top of your mat. On an inhale, lengthen forwards. And on the exhale, fold back in. As you inhale, reach up. And on the exhale, we're just going to fold all the way forwards again. So just diving in, you can bend your knees. Inhale, lengthen. And on the exhale, we're going to step back with your right leg this time. So right leg steps back. Now you can lower your knee to the ground here if you want to. You could stay where you are and you can lift your arms up. So we're coming into this high crescent lunge position. Again, the arms don't need to be lifted, just work where you can. You might have your hands on your hips. And we're balancing here, so spread your toes. Push the back heel away. You might bend your back leg. So these are all options that we can use. Relax your shoulders. Okay, take one more deep inhale here. So lift your wrists a little bit. And on the exhale, release the hands all the way back down towards the ground. When you're ready, step back to plank again. So lower your knees if you like. Bend your elbows all the way down towards the ground. As you inhale, pull the chest forwards. And on the exhale, release all the way down. On the inhale, push back up. So we're making our way back to downward facing dog on the exhale. So again, stretching through the entire back of your body in this downward facing dog. But do bend your knees. So sometimes if you bend your knees here, it gives you more of a stretch through the upper back and the lower back. If that helps you, then do that. Okay, we'll come in and do the other side. So looking forward, we'll step the left foot up towards the top of your mat this time. So again, staying on your fingertips. Maybe use your blocks, lengthen through the back legs, so pushing the heel away. Try and engage through the inner thighs, so you're pulling them towards one another, and we're lifting the belly and the chest off that back leg, front leg even. Well done. Take one more deep inhale. When you're ready, we'll bend the back leg, step up towards the top of your mat. As you inhale here, lengthening forwards. And on the exhale, just folding back in. On the inhale, reach up, so rise all the way up. And on the exhale, we'll fold all the way back down towards your legs. Inhale, lengthen. And on the exhale, we'll step back this time with your left leg. So again, please feel free to lower the back knee, because you can always lift the hands up with the back knee down. Otherwise, keep the back knee lifted and maybe start to pull your belly in and lift up. But again, just wherever it suits you, wherever it feels right. And we're just keeping it simple, so breathing and moving without any fancy things. Okay, when you're ready, maybe lift your wrists up and back a little bit. And then on the exhale, release the hands all the way down towards the ground. Step to plank. Again, you could lower all the way down. You can maybe move to chaturanga now if you feel warm enough. Inhale, upward facing or cobra. And on the exhale, make your way back, downward facing dog. Maybe take a deep breath in through your nose, maybe sigh it out your mouth. Okay, we'll take one more deep inhale. When you're ready, lift your heels up, look forwards and make your way up towards the top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen. And on the exhale, just folding back in. Inhale, reach up. And on the exhale, draw the palms together in front of your heart. So maybe just closing your eyes down just for a moment, just noticing how you feel. So yoga is one of the most spiritual and cleansing practices that we do, but it doesn't have to be complicated or difficult. In fact, it's much easier for our bodies and our minds to relax if the movements are simple and intuitive. Okay, we'll release the hands and we'll open the eyes. So we'll come in for our balance. So again, balance, really important postures. We're going to come in for Garudasana. So if you do need to use a block for that, then grab it, have it beside you. We'll start on our right leg, so standing on your right leg, and we'll lift the left leg up. So you might just cross over at the thigh, maybe have your foot on that block, and you can sit into Garudasana there. If you want to, and you can, you could take that foot, wrap it around the back of that right calf. Again, try and sink the hips and keep them even, so we don't want to kind of rotate round towards the right more. So that knee has a tendency to pull us round. So you need to try and draw it back in a little bit so you're a bit more even. Try and lower your sit bones and maybe bring your hands to your chest. And again, if that suits you and that helps you to kind of quiet the mind just with the legs, then that's what you'll stay with. If you want to add the arms, then you can reach the arms out. And the left arm will come underneath the right one this time. So maybe grab your shoulders, maybe take the bind. So as the sit bones go down, the elbows lift up and the hands move back in line with the elbows. So as we get older, it's really important to keep working on our balance. So the stability that the balance brings us is really important. But you still need to modify it. So if you need to use a wall or any other modification, then do that. Okay, we'll start to release. So slowly the arms first. And then slowly start to release your legs. So maybe just shake them out a little bit, because although we're balancing, we're also kind of binding and keeping areas compressed. And then when they release, that's where we get that energizing feeling through our bodies. So just bring your palms together in front of your heart. Maybe close your eyes down and just absorb that feelings in your body. Okay, we'll try the other side. So again, our bodies are not symmetrical, so just whatever feels right on this side. So maybe take your feet hip distance, start to stand a little bit more on that left leg. Start to lift your right leg up. You might put your foot in a block. You might stay with it out to the side if that suits you better, or start to wrap it. Just bringing it in, maybe hands to the center will help your stability. And try and think about sitting into it a little bit more. So the tailbone drops down, the belly lifts up, and stay there. If you want a little bit more, maybe use your arms as well. So drawing that right arm underneath the left this time. Take hold of what you can. Start to lift the elbows a little bit more if you can. And again, just work where it feels right to you. And keep your gaze steady, so wherever it needs to, keep your gaze there. So our balance helps to foster feelings of resilience. So that ability to kind of keep going no matter what's happening. So we need to foster that and work on it. Well done. Okay, when you're ready, we'll slowly start to release. So you can release your arms first. Start to release your legs. Maybe give them a little shake. And then bring your hands towards your heart. Okay, when you're ready, we'll release the hands, we'll open the eyes. We'll come back up towards the top of your mat. So you're just going to find Tadasana again. So that standing posture, ultimately strong and balanced. So lengthen through your legs, relax your shoulders down your back. There is a little bit more balance in our flow today. So, if you don't want to do more, then just leave it out. You can stand with your feet a little bit apart here as well. You don't have to have your feet together. Try and just tune back into your breath, maybe that Ujjayi breath. And then today we're just going to step back, first of all, with your right leg. So we're coming to high lunge. So, just watch where you're going with it. Maybe widen your stance a little bit if that helps you with the balance. Align your hips forward. So the hips and the shoulders are forward, which is very similar to Warrior One. So when we come into Warrior One a little bit later, try and get the same feeling through this high lunge. So hands towards your heart, or maybe reaching the arms up. Just whatever feels right to you. Again, maybe take your wrists back a little bit. But try and allow the shoulders to relax down your spine, so you're not kind of hunching up through your shoulders. Now your option is simply to stay here. Okay, so you can stay here. We're going to move into standing splits. Again, if you don't want to do standing splits, you will remain here. Otherwise, we'll take the hands forward, start to lift through your back leg, and you can have blocks here for your hands. Start to lift through your back leg a little. And the idea is that we don't lift the back leg really high. We're trying to keep the hips level. Again, that kind of rush of blood into our heads is meant to be good for us. So, you know, keeping it simple but effective. And you can bend your front leg. Well done. Now, slowly and carefully start to reach back through that right foot. So you're just going to reach it back. You'll come into a low lunge position. So with the leg up, you take it down. And then step yourself back to plank. So again, lower your knees. So as soon as you get there, you can lower your knees. You'll have to have your legs lifted. Now we're going to come into side plank. So you can lower your right knee down and then just lift up through your left hand. Again, that might be an option for you. Just work where you can on this. You might be able to spin onto the outside edge of that right foot, keeping your left foot in front and lift up, or you might stack. Again, this is a balance posture. One of the things, International Women's Day today, one of the things that struck me was that as we get older, our upper body balance in women particularly is lost. And this posture, whatever version you do of it, is really good for the rotator cuff and for your shoulder. One more breath. It's good for you. Release your hand down. Come back to plank, knees up or down. And then make your way back, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in through your nose, sigh out through your mouth. Again, I'm going to give you a little option here. So you can stay here in down dog. You could drop your knees to child's pose. If you want a little bit more, move forward to plank, lower to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. And as you exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Again, that is an option. You could just stay in child's. You could stay in down dog. It's up to you. And breathe there. So if you need to, take that breath in through your nose and let it go. Just let it go. Okay, from here, we're going to step forwards with your right leg this time. So we're going to move to warrior one. So step your right foot forward, spin on the heel of your back leg, and in your own way, start to move up to warrior one. But when you get there, make sure it feels like that high lunge position. So the shoulders and the hips are forwards. You should feel quite relaxed. Maybe not that relaxed, but you should feel a little bit. Relax your shoulders. Remember, Sthira Sukha Asanam. So we want to be strong, but soft as well. And then slowly and carefully spiral open to warrior two. So just opening up, making any changes to your feet. Look along your front hand. Try and draw the shoulders back a little bit and open up through your chest. And sink a little bit through the legs. Okay, take one more deep inhale here. We'll start to work the front leg straight. So start to straighten your front leg a little bit. And we'll move in for Trikonasana. So push your left hip back and start to move forwards over that right leg. So grabbing a block if you'd like, maybe take your hands down towards the leg or the floor. Reach up with your top hand. Good. And somebody asked me about alignment of the head. The head should feel natural. It's not we're not doing anything with it to make it change its position, yet try and align it to the rest of your body. So you want to align with your spine, which is the most important thing, because if it's not, then you're putting strain on your neck. So align it to your spine. If you don't want to look up, don't look up. Good. And remember, find the position that is good for you, that you could hold. Well done. Take one more deep inhale here and use your belly muscles. So pull the belly in as you start to rise back up again and re-bend that front leg without taking your knee past the ankle. Okay, from here we'll come into side angle. So again, we're going to lengthen forwards. We're going to take your forearm down towards the leg, or you're going to take it down towards a block of the floor without losing that straight line up through your body, which you've created. Try and extend the straight line by reaching your arm up over your ear. Good, very nice, but don't lose it. And again, think about your head and where you think it is comfortable without changing it or modifying it. And the thing that you would change is your arm. So if your arm's over your ear and it's really causing your head to ache, then drop it behind your back and open your chest. Okay, very nice. One more deep inhale. When you're ready, turn your chest towards the ground. Lay your hands on the ground, either side of that foot, and turn onto the toes of your back leg. From here, step back to plank, knees up or down, and lower yourself all the way down to the ground. Okay, when you get there, you can bring your hands underneath your head, drop your head down, maybe move your hips a little bit and just relax there. So just feel the sensations that you've created in your body on that side. And all we're doing is moving and breathing in a mindful way. Okay, when you're ready, we'll just come in for a little cobra practice here. So we're going to bring your hands either side of your shoulders. Draw your shoulders down your back, so relax them. Maybe spread your toes and press your toes down towards the ground so the kneecaps lift. Pubic bone presses down, belly lifts. And on an inhale, start to pull your chest forwards and up. And just breathe there when you get there. Again, you might have gone too high, you might want to release a little bit. It's up to you. Try and keep drawing the elbows in, the belly in. One more deep inhale. And then slowly release yourself all the way back down to the ground. Okay, from here, we'll make our way back up. So push yourself up into all fours. Walk your knees in and tuck your toes and lift your hips. So back to that downward facing dog position. So again, try and just feel your way there. So spreading your fingers, pushing up and out of the base of your thumb and the base of your first finger. Try and draw the upper arms in a little bit, so towards your ears. And spread the shoulders. Well done. One more deep inhale. When you're ready, look towards your hands, lift your heels and make your way up towards the top. So just taking your time. Inhale, lengthen forwards. And on the exhale, just fold back in. As you inhale, reach up. And on the exhale, palms meet the heart. Again, just close your eyes down just for a moment. And we'll contemplate the other side. So when you're ready, you can release your hands, maybe separate your feet, but come back into that strong Tadasana position. Relax your shoulders. So this time we're going to step back with your left leg. So we're coming into that high lunge position, the crescent lunge. So step back to where it feels right to you, and you can always adjust it when you get there. You might want to walk your right foot out to the side a little bit to give you a little bit more space, a little bit more balance. Lift your belly, keep the hips and the shoulders forward. Maybe bring your hands to your heart, or maybe reach up with the arms. just whatever feels right to you. And if you're reaching, try and relax the shoulders. Good. Draw the inner thighs towards one another. And again, stay here. So your option is just to stay here in this balance. Otherwise, start to move forwards. Take your hands towards the blocks or the ground, and then start to lift through that left leg. Again, without forcing, without it being a strain. Good. Okay, one more deep inhale here. So start to reach back with your left foot. So reaching all the way back so you come into this lunge position. Well done. From there, step yourself back to plank. So lower the knees down towards the ground if you like. And then we'll move into the side plank, whatever variation you choose. So left knee down, right arm reaches, right leg lifts. Maybe you could lift up through your right leg in this posture. Do you know? It's up to you. But just wherever it feels right. Like push up and out of your shoulder, lift your hips, lift the side body. Well done. One more deep inhale. Slowly release the hand down towards the ground. And start to make your way back, either to down dog or maybe to child's pose if you want to lower your knees. That's up to you. And stay here, or maybe on an inhale, move forwards. Bend your elbows to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. And then on the exhale, make your way back, downward facing dog. Again, maybe deep breath in and sigh out your mouth. You give your head a little shake. Maybe you're bending your knees. Do whatever it takes for the sequence to suit your body. Okay, when you're ready, we're going to step forwards with your left leg this time. So again, make your way up into warrior one. So spin on the heel of the back leg and start to draw yourself up. So take your time, maybe keep your hands towards your heart like you did with the high lunge. Maybe take your arms up, maybe take your hands together. Again, just whatever suits you today in this moment. Very nice. Okay, one more deep inhale. We'll start to move to warrior two now, so slowly take your way around. Again, adjust, make adjustments. Situate yourself in the position that suits you. Start to open up through your hips. Start to look along your front hand. Keep drawing back through that front knee, so try not to let it collapse in. It's got a tendency to do that, so we need to pull it back. Okay, when you're ready, slowly start to straighten through your front leg, so lengthening. Push back through that right hip and lengthen over the left leg, releasing the hands to where it will naturally go without you forcing or making it go further than it needs to. Align your head in a comfortable position, so where it feels natural without you forcing it. Good, very nice. And remember, in this posture, we're trying to imagine that we're kind of leaning against this invisible wall behind us. So our top hip draws back, our top shoulder draws back, but we're still pressing strongly through our feet. Lengthen through the bottom side waist and breathe there. Okay, when you're ready, pull your belly and start to rise all the way back up again. Take your time. And then start to re-bend your front leg. Again, coming back in for side angles. So you might simply lean forwards and release the hand down, leaving all this space. So we're not way down here, but we're high, so we can reach that arm. And the same if you take your arm down, your hand down, try and keep that high. So you're keeping that straight line. As soon as we move down, try and do that, so we lose it, okay? So you have to think about how that moving down further in your upper body affects the rest of your body. Remember, we're trying to open rather than trying to close up. Well done. Okay, take one more deep inhale here. Slowly start to turn your chest, so towards that front foot. Turn on the toes of your back foot. Step to plank, so again, lower your knees. Maybe lower all the way down to your mat. And relax there. So bring your hands in, drop your head down. So although you can see a lot of the postures that we've done today are simple, they're done by every yogi all over the world. Even yogis that do headstands every day and all sorts of strange arm balances, they will all still practice warrior one, warrior two, triangle, and side angle. Okay, when you're ready, we'll release the hands just down by your side. So we'll come in for Shalabhasana, so maybe bring your big toes together if you like. You can have your hands on the ground, reaching back, maybe clasp the hands behind your back. So draw the shoulders back, and on an inhale, start to lift. So maybe just the upper body, maybe the upper body and the legs. And just breathing there. So these back bends, these simple supported back bends are doing as good for us as any of the kind of fancier back bends that we can do. Well done. One more deep inhale. And slowly start to release all the way down. Maybe bring your hands back underneath your head, lower your head down, and you can move your hips if you like. Okay, when you're ready, we'll start to come back up. So you can just make your hands underneath your shoulders, maybe push yourself to your knees. We will bring the legs round towards the front though, so you can take your time, have a little seat when you're ready. So just bring your legs in front, maybe give them a little shake. We'll come in for a little twist, just as a oppositional stretch to that back bend. So we'll keep your right leg straight, foot flexed. Bend your left leg in, and we'll just take it over the top today, so just a simple twist. So either right hand on that leg, maybe your right arm, maybe you lift your elbow up and press the elbow into that hand. You could do that one as well. And then taking your left fingertips behind you, just rotate round a little. So pushing down through your left big toe and keep your right foot flexed. And keep breathing in this as well. So sometimes if we twist quite a lot, then our lungs become a little bit compressed, but try and keep the breath long. When you're ready, slowly release back towards the centre. Release that leg. We'll just change sides and maybe give them a little shake. So flex your left foot, draw your right knee in and take it up and over. So whatever you want to do, so your hand, your arm, that elbow maybe coming round, right fingertips behind. Just watch what happens with the left leg. So don't just let it drop out, but flex your toes towards you. And use your right hand to lengthen your spine. Okay, slowly and carefully. Make your way back towards the centre. So again, just releasing your legs. Give them a little shake. You can use your strap on the next one. So we'll come in for Paschimottanasana. So again, maybe sit forward onto your sit bones or grab a block. If you're using your strap, just around the balls of your feet and just lengthening your chest forward. Otherwise, maybe inhale to reach and exhale to fold. So you can come in to any degree. So grab hold of your legs, your ankles, your feet. Try and encourage the chest forward and the shoulders drawing down your back. When you're ready, slowly start to release that. So come back up when you're ready. Give your legs a little bit of a shake. We'll make our way down onto your mat now. So just taking your time. So you can bend your legs and roll yourself down or whatever suits you. Use your hands. And we'll just come in for a little bridge. So, use it supported if you like, hands by your sides. Maybe your heels are close to your fingertips, maybe not. And then pushing through your feet, lift your hips up to any degree. And when you come in, if you feel you're on your shoulders, maybe start to move the shoulder blades under, maybe clasp your hands, but only if it feels right. When you're ready, slowly start to release. So release the hands, remove the block. Lowering yourself all the way back down. And we'll start to draw the right knee towards your chest. You can take both hands on top of it if you like. Extend your left leg away. And then we'll start to move in. So you could flex your left foot and keep it active here if you want to. But we'll use your left hand and start to draw the right knee over towards the left side. So you might want to stretch your right arm away and look along it. And you might want to keep your left hand on that knee just to gently apply a little bit of pressure there, but you don't have to. You make your way back towards the centre. So just coming back in, maybe draw both knees in. You can make a little movement there, side to side if you like. So we'll come in for the other side. So keep your left knee in and extend through the right leg. So again, maybe flexing your foot a little bit. Use your right hand this time just to draw that knee over towards the right. So keeping your hand there if you like. Maybe stretch your left arm away and maybe turn your head. When you're ready, slowly back towards the centre again. So as you come in, again, make any movements that you like. And we'll start to move into Shavasana now. So if you do want to grab your socks or anything or jumpers, then please do. And just coming in, just for a very simple meditation as well. Take your time. So just finding a comfortable position, maybe starting with 3 long, slow, deep breaths. So just in and out through your nose. Bring your attention to your mouth, your lips, your tongue, the roof of the mouth, the floor of the mouth. Feel your teeth as if they were floating in the gums. Bring your awareness to the inside of your cheeks and the taste in your mouth. Feel your left and right temples, both of your ears. Take your attention down to your ear canals and feel them deepen. Bring consciousness to your earlobes and the skin around your ears. Your forehead softens and smooths, as do the lines between your eyes. Become aware of the hair on your head. Now take your attention to your nostrils, the right and left nostril, and the bridge of the nose. Sense aroma and movement of air into the nasal passages. To your eyes now. Let your eyes deepen and soften in the sockets. The right eye and the left eye become heavy like pebbles. When you let go of sight, inner vision becomes brighter. Notice your hands, your thumbs, your first finger, second finger, third, fourth finger, the palm of the hand, the wrist, the elbow. Notice your shoulders, the right side and the left, through the top of your back and your neck. Feel both of your legs heavy, rooted, grounded. Take your attention to the front of the body, the soft spot at the base of your throat, your chest, solar plexus and belly. Feel your pelvis, the whole front of the body light and spacious. Take your attention to the back of the body, the base of the neck, the upper back, mid back, low back, sacrum and tailbone. The entire back of the body at ease. Feel your whole body lying there on the floor. Become a witness to your whole body, as if you were looking at yourself from above. As you relax effort, feel the breath rise and fall of its own accord. When you're ready to come back, slowly start to deepen your breath. Start to move your fingers and your toes. Maybe stretch your arms overhead. As you bring the arms back over, you could bend your knees. Maybe draw them towards your chest or keep them on the ground. And just move side to side. If you'd like, you can also roll over onto your side. And then we'll just start to think about coming up. So just taking your time, moving in your own way, keep your eyes closed. And we'll just find a comfortable seat. We'll bring the palms together in front of your heart. So just leaving a little gap just to signify an openness in your heart. So thank you so much for coming along and practicing with me this morning. I hope you enjoyed our simplicity practice. Namaste. Well done, everyone. Thank you very much. Any questions, you can